Marcus Carlson, can you just run us through what's happened in the last 35 minutes or so from where you're standing just several hundred metres away from that location?
Absolutely, Annette. Yes, I am around about 300 meters away or so from the scene and from the scene of the hostage drama that we've seen in the past few hours or so. What's been happening in the past half hour is that we've heard three major explosions, or we heard 3 or 4 major explosions at the start of what was a police assault on the kosher superstore here in eastern Paris. We are still seeing a very strong police presence here in the east of Paris. You might have been able to see police just passing behind me. We've also seen ambulances go into this area, around about 3 or 4 of them. We have also seen at least one ambulance leave this area. What then played out after these 3 or 4 explosions when the police assault started was a hail of gunfire. There was a lot of shooting around the scene as police presumably moved in on the hostage take. The situation here is still very much fluid. Melissa, you spoke about how there's essentially been a lot of chaos here in eastern Paris this afternoon, and that is correct because we have seen the ring road once again around Paris shut down in this area. Also behind me you can see a major artery into the western parts of Paris that has been completely shut down now for hours, and as I say, we're still seeing hundreds of police officers, I would guess, around this area. The police still have this area on lockdown.
Marcus, we've seen emergency vehicles enter into that location. Has anybody subsequently come back out? Have you seen ambulances drive past, other emergency vehicles?
Yes, Annette, we have, as you've been saying, we have indeed seen ambulances go into this area. Just 5 minutes ago or so, I saw 3 ambulances moving into this area. I've seen at least 1 ambulance leaving on this thoroughfare, on this major boulevard behind me. The flashing lights were on and the sirens were on, so they were obviously in a hurry. What that means, I cannot tell you at this stage, and what that tells us about anyone potentially being wounded and being injured at this stage.
Marcus Carlson, thank you for that. We'll come back to you for more.
Okay, seeing flashes, more gunshots.
Just so you know, of the 2 situations, this is the one where we believe the 2 brothers are holed up inside of this printing plant with at least 1 hostage. You see the smoke going off to the left. We don't know why it was caused or what is happening, but we're watching it now together.
Okay, well, you can hear the gunfire. That was a replay of what was played out just over a minute ago. But since then, we've heard 4 or 5 explosions from the vicinity. We can see just small puffs of smoke over there. I mean, the distance that we have got, we're doing our best with our camera to focus in on whatever we can pick up. But from my vantage point, it's difficult to clearly see what is going on. But this has all happened very quickly, just in the last 10 or 15 minutes. As I said, there was a large evacuation of people who work in the vicinity of the industrial estate. They drove out of here. It may have been a coincidence, but just moments later, 4 or 5 vehicles containing police commandos with balaclavas and machine guns drove into town. But clearly they were simply joining colleagues who've been there for a long time. But clearly this is the end game of this operation. Jeremy.